Look at this video. It's a photographer with the Toronto Sun. Stan Bahal is his name. He was attacked by an Antifa leftist right in downtown Toronto on Saturday. Here, watch it again. I mean, it's obvious, but I'll say it. He wasn't picking a fight. He wasn't punching anyone. His hands were holding his camera. He was covering a demonstration. Antifa, which stands for anti-fascist, but of course they're the fascists these days. They attacked him unprovoked. There were cameras everywhere there, of course, it being the age of the smartphone. So the Antifa fascist, the anti-fascist fascist, there would be plenty of photos of him. And here's a photo that our friend Joe Warmington of The Sun, Stan's colleague, says was the guy who did the punching. Joe was right there. That's him. And you can see our friend Sue Ann Levy right there too, right there when the punches happened. And can you see that there's no fewer than 7 Toronto police within like a few feet, an arm's reach of the incident? They're the ones wearing the bike helmets. Did you see that? Not one of them lifted a finger. Not one. Not one of them moved. They all saw it. You can see they're looking at it. It was right in front of them. Stan is just a photographer. He's middle-aged. He wasn't provoking anyone. He wasn't arguing. He wasn't shouting. He wasn't cursing. He wasn't doing anything but standing there doing his job, taking pictures, which is what you do at a demonstration. He was doing nothing. And the police did nothing. And why is that? You know, there's a phenomenon, an internet, inspired prank, where people see a live TV broadcast on the street and they walk right up to the reporter and they shout into the microphone. On live TV, they say F-U-C-K, her right in the P-U-S-S-Y. It's bizarre. It's an urban phenomenon. It's an internet meme. It happens all the time across North America. And by the way, it happens both by men and women who do it, and to both men and women reporters. It's rude, it's shocking, it's profane, it's disruptive. But it's not violent, and it's not against the law. But in Canada, the media party is so upset when it happens to them that they go on the warpath. They literally demand the police arrest these swearing hecklers. And of course, in one famous case in Toronto, they got the guy fired from his government job. He was later rehired. Now, it's rude, sure, but what possible law does swearing violate? But the police get right on those. And the media demands it, especially the CBC, because saying F, her right in the P, is obviously sexist. And sexism is pretty much the worst crime you can imagine, even if it's just a heckle. So that's the standard. So why the total lack of anything for Stan Bahal, the Sun photographer, who was punched? Why the silence of the police and the silence of the rest of the media? The ones who circled the wagons for those poor CBC reporters who had to hear a swear word for the first time in their life. It's a swear word not directed at the journalist, by the way. They're just swearing in general. Is that worse than being punched in the face? I wouldn't think so. But it's the Toronto Police, an increasingly political organization run by an increasingly political chief and political commissioner and political mayor. And let's be honest, the Toronto Sun is, to the fancy people, just 1 inch more respectable than the rabble. Yuck, the rabble. So if some left-wing activists in Antifa, really the paramilitary wing of Justin Trudeau's Liberals, if Trudeau's street gangs punch a Toronto Sun reporter in the face, well, that's okay because the Toronto Sun was asking for it, right? That's an excerpt from my daily TV show, The Ezra Levant Show. Normally it's behind a paywall, but I thought you'd like this video, so we put it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to watch the daily show every day, including always 2 interviews a day, and I read my hate mail, just click on this screen and become a premium member.